What is up, everyone? Merry NJ08 is here with the biggest release of the year. That's right. Thank you for joining me on stream today. We are playing Mortal Kombat X on the PlayStation 4. The day has finally come. All Mortal Kombat and fighting fans rejoice. The game is finally in our hands. Ever since E3 and the announcement, it seemed like forever, but I've been playing Mortal Kombat since the very first one, and it's felt like that ever since. Every time a Mortal Kombat is announced, it just feels like it drags. It's finally here. The wait is over. I'm super excited. I'm going to tell you guys on stream here how I'm going to cover the game this week. This week is going to be dedicated to Mortal Kombat X. This game is going to be a marathon this week. There's so much content in this game, and I want to actually try to cover as much as I can. Of course, the game is going to be covered more than a week on the channel, but it's going to be covered a week straight, meaning nothing but MKX. And then eventually what I'm going to do is I'm going to actually, for variety of the channel, because I do like to give my viewers variety, because they may not be fighting fans. I understand that. So we're going to pair it with some more indie games, because April is Indie Month on Merry NJOA, and also we are going to be playing on the side, back and forth with a second stream, Bloodborne. Those of you that know, I've been loving Bloodborne. I'm taking my time with it. I'm playing it nice and slow. I'm releasing the parts, every day of Bloodborne, 1 or 2 parts a day, whatever. We're doing it nice and slow, enjoying the game. So you're going to see Bloodborne, Mortal Kombat X, and a few others mixed in. We're going to do some more indie games, like I said. Got great new series coming to the channel. We got a new podcast coming to the channel. We got an Amiibo Showdown, which is Amiibos fight each other. A Late Night Chit Chat, which is my new talk show. New Sean checks it out coming out. We got a new Q&A with Sean where I answer your awesome questions live on stream. Huge month, huge week coming up on Merry and Jay Way. I wanted to say thank you again for tuning in. This is by far, since I've started streaming with live capture on YouTube, this is the most highest stream count so far. Thank you. This is awesome. I know some people have been streaming since midnight. We actually had a big problem here if you've been following me on Twitter. If you haven't, I'm going to catch you guys up. But there's been a big crazy thing happening with MKX. I pre-ordered it months ago from Amazon. Never ever again will I ever pre-order from that company again. They are completely done with me as far as pre-orders. Goodbye. Adios. See ya. It starts, so what happened was, everybody keeps saying, oh, why the hell did you pre-order from those idiots? Well, at the time I thought that the Goro, let me switch to my pre-stream here, my artwork. Thank you guys again for this, it's awesome. I also got custom-made banners from a buddy of mine, Mark. Thank you, we'll be using that in the playlist today. This is the sub-art that I got this morning. So again, thank you everybody, much appreciated. I'll let you guys check this out and enjoy as I'm talking, as I'm rambling on. But we're going to try to jump right into this game because I'm super excited. I'm going to let the stream build up a bit, but there's already quite a bit of people on here. I realize that a lot of people seen footage of this already since midnight, but everybody's waiting for me to play it, and that's awesome. I get so much people writing me in saying, Sean, we're waiting for you to play it. That's awesome. So I pre-ordered it from Amazon because at the time I thought that they were the only ones that had the DLC of Goro. Then I wound up finding out that a lot of people were doing it. So it wasn't just an Amazon thing. So I'm like, damn. And by the time it came time to cancel it, I said, you know what? I waited too long at my GameStop. I'm not going to be able to get the pre-order DLC. So I said, you know what? I'll just keep it at Amazon. Winds up finding out I'm not going to get it on release day. On release day, this morning, I wake up, I find out that they didn't even send it out yet. I wrote them a nasty letter. Because they're trying to tell me, you're guaranteed pre-order delivery date. Now they says, well, we can send it out, but it's going to cost like $14 or $15 for overnight. Fuck you. I said a big fuck you in the letter. I said, I'm going to make sure that I fucking spread the word about you. I'm going to tell everybody I possibly can. I'm going to have thousands and hundreds of whatever people watching me over the week. I'm going to tell every one of them, even though, probably not going to, but they don't know that. So, what I'm going to do is this. What I did was this. I said to myself, okay, call up my GameStop. I'm sure they have extra copies, right? They wound up having them. So I went to GameStop, I picked it up, I told them the whole story. They were cracking up laughing because they're like, hey, you're not going to get the Goro DLC. I said, yeah, I know, long story. So what I'm going to do is, I'm going to wait for my fucking Amazon order to come, probably by next year. I'm going to get the pre-order code for the DLC for Goro, and then I'm going to fucking return the game back to them. See ya. So they're going to get screwed in the ass by the time I'm done with them. And you know what? Never again. Oh, I'll order from Amazon, sure, but I'm never going to pre-order again. That's it. This has happened to me once before. This has actually happened to me one time with music, which wasn't a big deal. It was a Disturbed album. I don't remember which one it was. But, was it Asylum? I forget. But anyway, I ordered it from them, and they said, guaranteed release date, blah, blah, blah. And all my friends were listening to it and blah, blah, blah. And I wound up getting it days after. I mean, they didn't even send the freaking game out yet. It's release day. We're preparing it. Why? You're preparing it for 2 days now. Bunch of idiots. So I got the game. My buddies at GameStop hooked me up. Awesome. Thanks. A big shout out to them. They're great people. They're always looking out for me. Should have pre-ordered it from them. I screwed up. I'm also kind of surprised that this game does not have an official strategy guide. Wow. What the heck is that all about? I love collecting guides, especially hardcover guides. If you remember MK9, I actually bought both guides, the soft and hardcover. They were beautiful. Amazing art. I remember they came with like lithograph, posters, and laminated. Nothing this time. I can't believe nobody picked it up. Interesting. So, I'm looking forward to this game. So, you're wondering, how am I going to be covering the game this week? Well, we're going to go through the story mode. And we're going to bounce back and forth with different modes. We're going to do the living towers, the arcade ladders. I'm going to be doing some online. I'm going to be doing some factions. We're going to be going into the crypt together and unlocking things with coins and checking things out and getting costumes and hopefully other goodies like in-game art and stuff. I'll be switching back and forth to the story until we finish that. And I'm going to pretty much try to check out everything. And everybody's saying, what characters are you going to check out? I'm going to check them all out. Of course, I'm going to check out my favorites first. But what I think I'll do is I'll do the story so this way I can get introduced to a lot of characters. And then what we'll do is we'll do some practice modes. Because, I'm going to be honest with you, I haven't played this. I played Mortal Kombat in a long time. I haven't touched it. It's with everything else going on and all the new games I've been covering, I haven't played a Mortal Kombat in a long time. I'm probably going to suck horribly. I've been playing Killer Instinct. That's about it as far as fighting games. But I haven't really been playing anything. Oh, I've been playing Dead or Alive. But a whole different game. So we're going to practice. Hopefully maybe the story mode will get us going here and get us back, to the swing of things. Can't wait to check out Scorpion and Sub-Zero. I can't wait to check out the new characters like Devora, Ferritor, Cassie Cage. I can't wait to check that out. Kotal Khan, he looks fucking badass. I can't wait for the combat pack to come out eventually. I can't wait to check out Tremor. He looks awesome. And I mean, Predator, no comment. I am just balls out waiting for him. I am so psyched that he's coming to the game. I can't believe it. It's awesome. I'm only bummed out about one thing about this game. I cannot believe he didn't make the cut, but my boy Baraka is not in the game. But you know what? I got high hopes. I think he's coming. I think there'll be a Combat Pack 2. Because, we never got that Spawn character. Supposedly Todd McFarlane was working on that Spawn character for Mortal Kombat. Remember, Ed Boon was like... I remember a couple months ago he was tweeting and he was kind of like spoiling something, like hitting at something. But I don't know if it never went through or if it's something for the future. I know Angry Joe and a couple others have actually interviewed Ed Boon about that and he was kind of quiet. But we'll see. I don't know. I think it's coming. I'm sure there's going to be a second season of DLC, I would imagine. And I know the guest characters go really big because I remember Ed Boon saying that out of all the DLC characters from MK9, Freddy Krueger was the #1 downloaded. So that's cool. I like guest characters. I think Jason's going to be a really good addition to this game. I'm actually looking forward to Tanya. She looks cool. Kind of bummed that Jade ain't going to be in the game, but what are you going to do? I know that there's a lot in the story because I've seen story cut scenes from some spoilers, and I saw Nightwolf in there. I saw a couple others, so we'll see. But who knows? We don't know yet. The game is young. There's still a lot to be coming out for. I can't wait to check out these costume packs. They look sick. And I can't wait to see what I can unlock in the crypt because I love the crypt. I spent a lot of time in the crypt in MK9. I spent a lot of time. I spent a lot of time, you know, just enjoying playing the game to unlock things. So that's great. Um, and I heard you can unlock one button fatalities. Wow, that's great for lazy people like me. This is coming from somebody that's been playing Mortal Kombat in the arcades growing up. I mean, I didn't play Mortal Kombat on the consoles until way later. I was an arcade guy. I'll never forget. I used to go down in the summer to my grandmother. She lived down the Jersey Shore. And man, every year when a Mortal Kombat came out, I went to Barnacle Bill's arcade, which is a fucking sick arcade. And they had a whole area dedicated to a Mortal Kombat cabinet. I remember when MK2 came out and the sound from that cabinet. And it's just earth-shattering. I still remember to this day. There was one kid there. He was freaking amazing, and everybody would always try to go up against him. I went up against him a couple times. A few of them were pretty close, but man, he used to swipe the floor. Then MK3 came out, and that was like, whoa. Oh man, great, great, great times. Yeah, I come from an era that a lot of people sadly don't know about anymore. But jumping back, huge memories. One of my all-time franchises. I could go into details through the years with Mortal Kombat. Amazing stories. I could dedicate a whole podcast to Mortal Kombat stories. I should do that one day. But that's pretty cool because, how much can you possibly remember? And, it's a lot to remember for every single character. So unlocking one button fatalities, that'd be kind of pretty neat, I think. I'd like to check that out. Because, a lot of people have one character that they stick with, but I like to try them all out. So it's a lot to remember. So that would be kind of cool. But yeah, like I remember back in the day with the arcades, man, pulling off a fatality was like a big freaking thing, and everybody would gather around you and be like, "Whoa!" Oh yeah, what's funny is the first copy of Mortal Kombat that I received, Mortal Kombat 1. I mean, I played it tons of times in the arcade. I remember they had what was it called? I forget. I forget what it was called. It's slipping my mind. But when the home version came out, I remember getting the PC version on 3.5-inch floppy disks, and just popping that into my computer, and then calling my cousin up and saying, "Oh my God, you got to get over here. This freaking thing is sick." Because it was almost like QuickTime. It was like, real live action actors and stuff. And it was just mesmerizing at the time, and it was gruesome. And the PC version had all the blood unlocked and all. It was like the full version. It was awesome. And good times, And I remember finally getting it on home console and going to the rental store down the street here and renting MK2 for Super Nintendo and playing that all weekend. And great franchise that I've grew up with. I mean, yeah, I've been playing Street Fighter since the early days, but Mortal Kombat was always my go-to game. I always enjoyed that. It was always something special to me. I always had a soft spot for Mortal Kombat because it's a lot of memories, and it's a lot of growing up, and it sparks a lot of happy memories and good times growing up as a kid, and playing arcades back then. It was the arcade that there was no better arcade machine than Mortal Kombat. That's where it was at. Like I said, just the freaking sound of the arcade cabinet. The evil narrator, evil laugh, and the freaking sound effects, and excellent. It was outstanding. Finish him, it was just like haunts me. Great game. Great times. Alright, wow. I want to just say a special thank you to everybody joining me on here. This is amazing. We're going to get right into the game, guys. I am super pumped. I am super excited. Let's see here. So we are all ready to go. We are all ready to go into MKX. I guess we're going to start off with the story mode. Let's check this out, guys. I'm super excited. My #1 most anticipated game of the year. Thanks for joining me, everybody.